time become death, the destroyer of worlds.
The more superficial an insecurity is, the more bored a person is. The more insignificant, minute, unnoticeable the thing is, the more the person has a disinterest in changing the thing. Let's say you notice there's, a droop in someone's eye. Maybe you feel sorry for them, you know what I mean? You ask them about it, you talk to them about it, and, they might get, if they get pissed at you, I think then they take it really, really personally, then I think there's a big problem there. I'll give you an example, right? I myself got a droop a bit in my left eye. I'm sure you can actually see it if you just relax my eyes. But if I respond in the negative, I get kind of outraged at you. Say it's absolutely inappropriate, that you hurt my feelings, right? And there's very little I can do about it. And I just don't move on from it. There's a bit of a problem. And that person's kind of messed up. And that they're bored and they have nothing worse, more impending for them to deal with. So they have to take that minute amount of drama and actually make something massive of it. Because their lives are that hollow and empty. And if I were to just brush it off, laugh, and say, yeah, it tells you that I'm a little bit wiser beyond my years. Because oftentimes the droop is something you see in older people. I've hardly lived 2 decades. Yeah, I feel like I've lived many a lifetime. But the lesser of significance the insecurity is, the less people are interested in changing it. Not because it actually harms them, but that's the only shred of being alive, being human that they feel. They'd rather wallow in self-pity, not even the pity of others. That they'd be so narcissistic as to alienate themselves. And oftentimes people will feel like they're the only person facing a particular problem. They completely alienate the entire world in their martyrdom over one particular droop of the eye. It could be someone with droop in the eye. Someone with acne scarring. It could be someone who, maybe even someone who twitches a bit, If they have diagnosed Tourette's, let's say, it could be with words too, but let's say they have Tourette's, and the fact that you don't accept it, and they get pissed at you, that's not a mature person. That's not a well-developed person. That's someone who has unresolved issues. They're not even interested in resolving it. Not interested in moving past it. Their issue is that they're bored. Their issue is that they will avoid it. If people are as bored as to revisit a conversation and bold enough to come up to you and complain to you about hitting a nerve, and they're definitely bold enough to face down the problem, but they don't want to. Put all their force and effort into making sure they seal away that problem rather than confronting it, than moving past it, than dealing with the other myriad of greater, bigger problems that behead them. They are desperate to shelter themselves from a greater world of massive, almost insurmountable endeavors at the low cost of horribly limiting oneself to what? A hollow and rotted out existence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you in fact encounter someone who has a droopy eye, who has some sort of defect that they whine about all the time, and not even whine about, but get way too triggered about, it's not your problem. It's not that it's not your business, by the way. Because guess what? Why would things like charity exist? Is it wrong to give to another person? Is it not our business, really? Really? To help you out when you fail to deal with your own business? No, it's not wrong. In that case, if we follow that logic, we cut all charities. We cut all welfare. we don't need that anymore, I guess, because it's not our business. No, the problem is that you don't deal with your own problems. And when someone tries to help you step in, you don't want the problem dealt with. You don't want to bring it up because that thing matters more to you than your deplorable existence. Ladies and gentlemen, have no pity for people who refuse to help themselves. If they're too busy whining about how you remind them of some horrible thing that they have no interest in changing or moving past or dealing with this in this very moment, have no pity. Have no remorse. Do not apologize. Just simply say, oh, okay. Sure, you're right. You're dealing with crazy, you have to play a bit into its game. You're dealing with crazy, you have to say, okay, you made some good points, I'll consider that. Okay, thank you. And yeah, feign the sincerity, whatever to get them off your back. And by the way, they'll definitely hold a grudge. If you bring it up to them, if you don't nip in the bud right then and there, because if they're so bored, as you do with their one little problem, and continually pee party over that one little problem, and you know they're gonna hold a grudge against you if they're that bored. That's a given. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, and subscribe, because as much as I care about you guys and I put out the content for free on my time to help better the world, I would ask in turn that you guys give me that like, the comment, and the subscribe, and ding the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my content. Thank you all. Peace be upon you all. And until the next time, guys, this has been the Wicked Generation. And we are It's Redeemed.